So that final scene, that final battle where you have Sebastian and Jace trying to resurrect Lilith, trying to bring Sebastian's mother back from the dead. You're like, no, you are not coming back to life, love, at all. That's kind of what the readers of the book think. They're like, I'm not having her back. She's just done too much damage to everyone, to the Lightwoods, to Jace, to Clary, to Simon. It's just done everything in.
It drags on if she keeps on coming back.
Exactly.
Then it gets boring.
Yeah. So obviously you have that connection between Clary's love interest, Jace, and her insane brother, Sebastian. Ugh, what do we do? But yes, the connection, I feel it's a good thing to use the connection between the two of them, obviously both being trained by Valentine on different occasions. So it was different places they were trained as kids, and it's like, do I really want that brought into this, or do I not? It's kind of a two-way situation, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Last book, my love. Last book. So, Jace Byrne's brother Zachariah, who we obviously know as who plays Jem Carstairs out of the Infernal Devices. So, he became a silent brother after he got addicted to young phone at a very young age. And when he tries to heal Jace after a battle, Jace has got heavenly fire in him, and he burns brother Zachariah, bringing him back to his normal form. So his Shadowhunter form with the silver hair, and that's, you're like, it's nice to see him back because they brought him back out of the books. You know, it's nice to see him back as the normal Shadowhunter, not the silent brother. Yeah. Which is different, but it's nice different, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They travel to Eden, so the Shadowhunters, so Jace, Clary, Izzy, Alec, and they even take flimming Vampire Simon with them, who is also a daylighter, isn't he? He obviously walks in the sun.
That poor boy who's had so much happen to him.
Yeah, he has.
Somebody else.
So travelling to Eden. So travelling to Eden obviously is the realm of demons, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is like, yeah.
And then you have to question the financials behind it. Was it always a financial decision to make 3 films? Because when you think about it, if you've got 3 films, that means you've got, because they had 3 consecutive Christmas release dates, which means it's the family Christmas movie. But 3 films also means 3 premieres, 3 sets of merchandise, 3 sets of cinema tickets, and if you're going as a family, 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever like that, you think of the cost of that, and then you have to ask, did they do it for a financial reason, turn it into 3 films?
Yeah, I think they definitely did, because because obviously the money they spent on doing the casting, obviously having Martin Freeman, Ian McKellen. They had 2 very, very well-known actors, and that would have been a high price to pay. So I think doing 3 films is probably wise.
And then you have to question, where did that decision come from?
Exactly.
Was that a Peter Jackson decision? Was that a studio decision? I guess really we'll kind of never know, but
who knows?
Yeah.
So obviously we've already discussed like creating the 3 films that we thought it was more financially based, more than absolutely anything, because obviously selling the merchandise, all of that, it would have...
But was 3 films necessary?
No.
I think that's what the fans were kind of left asking.
Yeah.
Did it need to be 3?
I don't think it needed to be 3. I think if they shortened down those clips of the feast, him meeting them, going on the journey, they needed to show the journey, yes, but little clips. Which is
interesting. You really kind of question studios' decisions in the kind of the adaptions kind of area within the industry. Anyway, we digress. Back to The Hobbit.
Yeah.
So obviously, like I said, 3 Christmas release dates. But I think the interesting thing as well is I think it's nice that you've got a slightly older generation who would have grown up with that book. Like I said, it was my mum's book. It was the same as I presume with a lot of people, that they would have grown up with it and they kind of want to pass that on to their children. And yes, we all know that children are reading less, but actually parents still get to pass it on to the children through the films. Yes, it may not be exactly accurate to the book, but the knowledge is still the same, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. Absolutely. Obviously, you mentioned about the year the book was released.
Yeah.
we've got so many different characters out of this that I absolutely love. So how do you think they were shown in the films in terms of the character they were given? How do you feel the actors done for that specific character themselves?
Oh, they were perfect. They suited them roles to a T. It was so realistic.
Jennifer Lawrence obviously plays...
She slayed. She slayed Katniss Everdeen. Oh my goodness. It was amazing. Love her. And the thing is, I always see her in action movies, but I saw a different side of her acting in Silver Lining. The romantic comedy.
Yes, absolutely.
She slayed.
I loved her in Silver Linings Playbook, but it was nice to see her doing something different to the normal action films we're used to seeing her in.
Exactly.
Josh Hutcherson, my absolute love playing Peter Malak. Oh,
Peter
heaven.
is
He done a really good role with being the baker's son, being the one in love with Katniss.
he played that well.
He did. So we have more than just one director for this entire franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So there was one main director for all 4 films, and that was Francis Lawrence. But in the first film, there was 2 directors, which was Francis Lawrence and Gary Ross.
Okay.
So I think they chose to do 2 directors for the first film because it was just getting into it. They wanted to make sure it was quite close to how the book was.
But they missed one part. Peter's leg.
Yeah, that's the
metal in the book.
That's the only thing I had an argument with in terms of how they directed it. But how at the same time, how they'd be able to show it unless they used a lot of CGI just to change Peter's leg. That's the only way I thought they would be able to do that.
And that would cost more money.
Exactly. Donald Sutherland, he plays President Snow, obviously the president of Panem.
Ugh.
I feel he done a really good job on this role because he played the very cranky, very determined, and he played this determined character who wanted nothing more than the districts to obey. So why do you think the directors actually thought it'd be good to create another version of the 1969 film?
Well, that's the first question that everybody asks, because the reviews, many sort of unofficial reviewers will just say the remake of the 1969 film, True Grit. But is it a remake, or is it, like you said, an adaptation of the book? Because the more respected critics will lean it the second way and say, no, it's a new adaptation of the book. It is not a remake of the 1969 film, because they have very different styles. The directors themselves, Coen brothers, they're very famous for subverting or parodying genres, and they've got a very sort of dark black humour. So for them to suddenly take on a film like this and portray it so accurately and put so much love and care into it is very unlike them, which has confused a lot of people. But to me, I think, to answer your question, the books, the original book, Scream, it's got a very dark humour, especially Matty, and that didn't transfer into the 1969 film, and the Coen brothers are the perfect people to get that dark humour and put it in this new film.
I liked the fact they decided to do another make of it, because it gives, obviously, we're going to talk a bit further on into Haley Steinfeld, who played Matty Ross.
Yes.
But I feel that it gave them a chance to have a different bit of a casting as well, put a bit more youth into the film, and someone that's more well known to people of my generation.
Yeah. I mean, seeing as you've read the book and you've watched the film, do you think that one is about retribution and one is about justice, or do you think they're both about retribution or justice?
I think they're both about retribution or justice. Because obviously Matty's trying to get justice for her father, whilst also retribution is obviously trying to kill Cheney.
Yeah, her justification is justice, but it's very much a retribution film almost. She's intent on blood.
Yes, absolutely. So obviously the year of the book, it came out quite early in the early 20th century. So there's very big difference between that when that was released and when this second film was released. Like there's a massive age a gap.
Yeah, 50 years. In fact, 1968.